One of the hardest things in crypto is getting a really good entry, especially if you're trading meme coins. This could mean a 20% to a 40% if you're not entering at a right time. With all this congestion happening, you need something that's going to make your life a little bit easier, and that is where BONKBOT comes into play. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to use BONKBOT, how to be able to get really good entries, and this whole week, I'm going to be showing you a couple bots you could use in case you don't like BONKBOT and you're not familiar with Telegram and you want to use like a website. I'm also going to be showing you guys how to use a Basbot as well, so you guys could be able to get really good entries. So what I mean by good entries, so whenever you have a really good coin, like for example, this normie coin, right? We're looking at it and we definitely don't want to buy on top. If you've been watching the channel, I've been teaching you guys how to buy. You don't want to buy up here because you're really not going to make that much money, by this going up just like, 5-10%. You're really going to be making money if you're able to buy in down to here or down here to be able to get 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 100% for your entry. But the problem is like when this goes really low, a lot of people start buying, right? A lot of people start buying. And if you're using this normally, like for example, using Deck Screener or using Bird Eye, connecting your wallet, entering the CA, and then it just takes so long. So that is why you need a bot, and that is BONKBOT. Now, let me go ahead and pull BONKBOT right here. So the first thing you're going to need a Telegram. Number two, guys, you're going to need to download BONKBOT. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description so you can download it. It is a referral link, so I'm going to get a little bit of benefit from you guys downloading it with my link. So if you guys want to help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, with that being said, guys, when you get here, we are going to go and click here to be able to get it started. So this is what you're going to be presented with when you guys launch BONKBOT. Now, one thing I want to let you guys know is that you have access to this little menu button. And when you click this menu button, you're going to be giving different things that you could actually do. You could go to the home. So when you install it, it's going to automatically put you into this homepage right here. Number two, you go to settings, which is we're going to be using right now. You go to bots, help, and chat. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to be presented right here. In addition to that, it's going to give you your wallet. So basically what you need to do is you need to transfer some funds. This is going to be Solana. So wherever you have your Solana at, whether it be Phantom Wallet, MetaMask Wallet, you have it on Coinbase Wallet, basically you're going to take your Solana from that wallet and send it over to BONKBOT, which is the bot in Telegram. Now, once you've done that and you've got your key already, you're going to click where it says settings. Now, when you get to settings, it's going to give you kind of like a brief description of what the bot does. And then we're going to go over every single setting right here so you guys know exactly what they are and what to do with them. Now, I have other bots we're going to be talking about later on, but we're going to be focusing primarily on this one. And right here, you're going to notice a couple things. So we have general settings, we have auto buy button config, sell config, slippage config, map protection, and maximum price impact. And then we have turbo and all that stuff. So the main ones we want to focus on is the buy button, the sell button, and then I'll cover a little bit about the auto buy feature that you guys are, you're definitely going to want to go ahead and pay attention to. Currently right now, it is disabled. So that's going to be automatically disabled. If you want to disable the announcements, you just click on that and that will disable the announcements as well. So the announcements won't be showing up, but I would recommend having them in case there's an update you want to know that. So what you want to do is you want to click here where it says buy button config. So when you click here, it's going to give you options, left option, right option. Basically, when you're about to buy a coin, these are going to be the default buttons that are going to be located on how much you want to spend. Now, if you have a lot of money, what I would do is I personally recommend just to, leave this in one soul. Like if you have a lot of money, so especially if you're trading mem coins, you first want to know if the coin is good. And then you basically would want to leave this maybe like in, 3 souls or whatever you want. But for video purposes, for those of you who might not have a lot of money and are new here, I would recommend you click on it. And when you click on it, it's going to let you enter your own personal amount that you want to put. So what I'm going to put here is I'm going to put 0.05. And that's going to change the left button to 0.05. So what I could do here is if I wanted to make it lower, I could click it again and go 0.5, and that would make it even lower. So when I come in here and I enter, this is going to be changed. Now, if I want to change the right one, I'm going to be able to say, okay, you know what? I just want to do 1 sol for this one. So now that's going to be 1 sol entry, and there's going to be, half a sol entry. So you do that either or, depending on how you want to do it. So let's go ahead and put this right here. So this is all going to be dependent on how much money you have to spend. So now we have a half a sol, and then we have a full sol. Now, usually my recommendation, guys, is don't use all the sol, because the way you want to be buying this, you want to be buying these in multiples, and you want to have enough leeway for DCAing, which I'll have a separate video going over like how to DCA properly, so you guys know how to never lose, basically. The next thing we want to set up is the sell button, because once we enter into a coin, we are going to need to sell out of that coin. And unfortunately, you're only going to be able to get 2 buttons. So I would definitely always leave the right-hand side button with 100%. And this one right here, I am going to personally recommend it. You drop this down to 20%, and I'll explain why. So with these coins, the problem with these coins is, as you see right here, the left-hand side went down. So let me go ahead and put here 20%. Okay. And then we're going to put that at, now it's at 20%. So the way this works is when you guys enter a coin, you're going to notice like mem coins are really volatile, and the things could change at any time. So as this is going up, you want to be taking away and removing your entry. So if you enter with 1 sol, you want to be able to make sure that you keep your 1 sol in case something goes bad. And you want to leave whatever you're earned or whatever your winnings are in there as a money bag, right? That's basically the way you want to play this game. You always want to make sure that what you enter with, you get out with, and you get out with more winnings. That's the whole point of this game. But the whole point is not to lose. And that's why I would recommend putting this at 20, because as this goes up, you're going to want to be taking out a little bit, taking out a little bit, taking out a little bit. You never want to sell like a complete remove everything, because not only does that mess up the chart, but it also messes you up with slippage, and we're going to talk about this. So what exactly is slippage? Now that we got the buy buttons, we got the sell buttons ready to go. Slippage is pretty much, as this chart is moving up, the dollar value of the coin is going to fluctuate. So let's say the coin is at $1, and the chart is moving. It's going from 98 to $98. Then it's like 80, 85, 98. It keeps going back and forth. Basically, what the slippage is, it lets the bot know how much you're willing to lose and how much you're willing to gain. So what I personally would recommend, and I always set this because if you don't have a lot of money, you don't want to have a high slippage. Okay, a lot of people will tell you to use 5, to use 10. Basically, what I like personally doing, I'm gonna put this in, and then I'm gonna show you what I personally use. Okay, and I'm gonna put that at 5. Okay. So this is what I would recommend. If you have money, I would recommend you put it at this way, because it's kind of almost going to guarantee you get into that buy. So that's 3%. So that means 3% of whatever the price is currently of the coin. If it goes higher than 3% or it goes under 3%, you'll be able to get that buy in. Okay. And the sell, I always sell it higher, because with the volatility of these coins, and if you see a big dip, you want to be able to sell. You want to be able to sell fast and get as much money as you possibly can get back without losing. Or if you lose, you don't lose a lot. So you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of coins just to make sure you don't get hit really hard, and you always set this high. Now, me personally, guys, what I usually do, like what I run in here, I run a 0.5 slippage when it comes to buying. And I run on the sell part, I run a 0.8. Now, let me put this back in here. This is pretty low and not the ideal standard. But that's what I personally run. If there is a coin that I feel like I really want to get, I put the buy and I put the sell. I put the buy at 3 and the sell at 5. And that guarantees me that I'm buying it 100% and that I'm selling it 100%. So you can set this to whatever you want. The more you're willing to lose, the higher you go. The less you're willing to lose, the lower you go. I personally feel that 3 and 5 is ideal. If you're like into super volatile coins, you're probably going to want to increase this to a 5 and this to an 8. And that's what you want to do. Now, MEV protection, leave that off. Price impact is really important because this saves you from losing a lot of money. And like I said, you never want to put in all your souls at once. So what this is going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to save it's going to give you a warning if you're overspending on the amount of soul you're putting in. So I would personally put this at 15%. just to make sure that you guys are completely safe there without a problem. And then we go back here. Now it's on 50%. Next thing, this is going to be set to turbo. You go from secure to turbo, leave it on turbo. That's going to let you go a lot faster. And then transition priority. So the transition priority is based on how much you're willing to pay the bot to be able to give you, to be able to do the transition quicker. So not only are you paying a little bit extra for the slippage, but you're giving a little bit more SOL to make sure your transaction goes through. So this has medium, it has high, and it has very high. So those are the settings. But as you notice here, as I click this, right, the price of SOL goes up. So if I go to medium, it only does 0.01. If I go here, it does 0.07. And if I go to very high, it does 0.150. Now you could theoretically change this. So if you wanted to go to and do 0.1, just like that, you're going to be able to change it. And you notice right now, the slippage has been changed to 0.1. It took away that 50, and that should give you a good consensus. So you want to make sure that when you're using this bot, you're keeping this in mind, because if you're not keeping this in mind, then you're going to have a problem in the sense that you're probably going to exit with 10% and you'll be like, but whoa, I didn't get 10%. And that's because you're paying this. Okay. So if you want to make sure that you're constantly every single time doing it well, I would recommend leaving this on very high. It's going to take 0.0150 SOL from you, but you got to make sure you factor that in when you're entering into a coin. So that is the main setup of the bot. Now that the bot's fully set up, now you just want to go ahead and click to buy. So you're going to go to home, and it's going to go here, and then you're going to go to buy. All right. And then when it tells you to buy, it's going to tell you to enter a CA, like an address. So let's look for a normal Solana coin. Let's look at this brand new one that's out. We're just going to copy and paste it here. We're going to go here. And now we're just going to paste this in here. Okay. So we're going to paste this. And as you notice, when you paste this, it gives you a couple information about the coin. It tells you its current price. It tells you how well it's been doing for the last 5 minutes, for the last hour, 6 hours, 24 hours. It gives you the market cap, and it tells you the impact you're going to have on the SOL. So this is pretty much how much you're already spending just to be able to buy into this coin. Just to be able to buy into this coin, it's 1.29. Now, your wallet, my wallet currently doesn't have any balance, but yours will if you go ahead and transfer that into your coin. And once again, if you want to see your wallet, I'll show you guys exactly how you do it. In addition to that, you're able to do all the different sets of bots of when you want Deck Screener or Bird Eye, so you can see what it's at. And then these are the buttons that it's going to allow you to do. So you can do buy the 0.5, buy the 1 SOL, or you just click this one and it's going to let you buy a specific number. So if I want to do 0.02, it's going to allow me to do 0.02, and that's just going to give me a the random SOL here that I have. Now you can refresh it to see this, how things are changing. So as you see, it went up. So we would have bought this, we would have gotten 2% already from that particular purchase. Now, one thing I want to let you know is that a lot of people use this bot, and some people don't know that you're actually able to change the server from what the bot is being operated. So for example, let's say you put in a buy and it doesn't go through, then that means that server might be a little bit congested. So you want to do is click where it says bots and then pick a different one. So currently now we're on the BONKBOT. So we go to Sonic. All right. That's going to let us go here. It's going to close it. It's going to switch us to the Sonic bot. Now, when we switch to the Sonic bot, everything is going to remain the same. And for some reason, let's say we want to go ahead and switch over to the next bot. When I switch back, we just do that and it will allow us to switch back, and everything stays default of the way we had it with our previous bot. So it's really effective in the sense that if for some reason you are currently right now not getting, you're not being able to get your transaction through, it might be that, that server you're on, which everybody that kind of uses this, the majority of people don't know you could change this, are mostly on the Monza. So you just want to make sure you check the Sonic, the Ferosa, or the McCain or the Neo. There's a different server where the bot is hosted that will allow you guys to start trading at a little bit faster speed if you guys wanted to. So that is how you use BONKBOT, and those are pretty much all the settings you have. Now you could go ahead and see alerts. Alerts are really important as well, because that will tell you a couple things: what's trending, what's renounced, if there's a new liquidity pool. Those are really good. But the main thing you want to use here, guys, is you want to use BONKBOT to be able to make your sniping or making sure that you're getting into the coin when you want to without the delay of using any other product. Now, of course, I will have other bots. If you feel this is a little bit too complicated, I'm going to be featuring another bot tomorrow that's going to help you guys trade as well with Solana. And then we'll also be featuring a bot that's going to help you trade with Base, so you guys can get on these coins really fast and really early. I hope you find this video helpful, educational. If you did, do me the huge favor, guys, drop a comment, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications, and don't forget to supercharge your crypto need with this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.